Hey, what up? It's Brad with Home Love Construction, and in this video, I'm going to talk to you about the 3 most common types of countertops and what the differences are. Those are granite, quartz, and marble. So, what are the differences between these different types of stone? Now, to start off, these are all different types of stone, and when you're talking about granite, quartz, and marble, they are all naturally occurring, although some quartz can be man-made. If you see things like blue quartz or red quartz, where it's literally like a crayon, like blue or red or green or something like that, that's probably a man-made product, but it does operate, it does still behave like a quartz would. Now realize that there are other variants of these things like quartzites and stuff like that. I'll do separate videos about those. I just want to stick to the major things that you're probably going to run into in your home renovation or custom home build. And again, that's quartz, granite, or marble. So when you get asked this, now you can be educated and you can know what you want. So let's start off with granite. So for a long time, granite in Florida and in the US was kind of the standard thing that you put in a home for countertops if you weren't going to do the laminated particle board countertops. Before granite, that was kind of what people did. Now, granite is a naturally occurring stone. It does get cut out of the earth. And because of that, granite has a very limited kind of color palette, if you will. Like there's not, it's really hard to find blue granite, for example. That'd be a very exotic color. You can't really find green granite. You can't really find red granite. Like most granites are gonna have a brownish or whitish hue, or more of like a gray and black hue. And they're really not gonna have like the veins in them like you see in a lot of more high-end countertops. That's more of a quartz material. So granite, realize that you can have some very beautiful granite, but it's gonna look very different. It's gonna look more like, it's gonna have kind of the geode look. A geode is like a crystal that like got cut in half. You can have a lot of that in granite countertops. So if that's kind of the look that you're looking for, more of a scattered look, a lot of like little movement going on, that's what granite is gonna give you. So the pros of granite are that it's a very hard material, it doesn't usually break, and granite doesn't usually stain, and if you seal it, it is a very hardy material in regards to stain, in regards to not picking up just stuff over time. So it's pretty easy to keep clean. It is a really good product. There's a reason it was so popular for so long, is because granite genuinely is a very good product. Now, that said, a lot of people in recent years, I want to move on to quartz, a lot of people have moved to quartz in replacement of granite for a lot of the same applications because it has a lot of the same benefits plus a couple more. So quartz is a hair harder than granite. It is a little bit more brittle, so it can sometimes break on install. We haven't had a slab break on install in 4 years. So if you have somebody who knows what they're doing, it doesn't happen very often. It doesn't have to happen, but it can break sometimes. But once it's in, it doesn't tend to break. It's hard, you know, it doesn't chip. And in quartz, you don't have to seal it to the extent that you do granite. Now, there's some people who say that you should still seal it anyways. I actually am in that camp. I think that you should, if you want something to last forever, put an extra protective barrier on it. It's like if you want your phone to not get cracked, put it in a case. My phone's not in a case, it's cracked. Go figure. So I would still recommend that you seal it, but quartz does have the extra added benefit that it doesn't pick up stains typically. Now, you can stain anything if you really try to. If you freaking soak something in red wine, it's probably gonna pick up the red wine tint. But typically, quartz, for short spills, stuff like that, like things that get on it, it doesn't usually stain. So that is a really good benefit of quartz. Now, the other thing about quartz is you can get it in a look that is just like nothing else on earth. With quartz, you can get it where it's pure white, like the whitest white, and has big gray, dark gray veins in it. You can get the most beautiful pieces of stone out of quartz. Now realize that some of that is gonna be man-made if it's so perfect and it's so brilliantly white. unless you're paying out the nose for it, it's usually going to be a man-made product, which actually is fine. The man-made products actually have a bit more stain resistance and strength to them than the natural stone. But some people really like the natural stone look, and that's just, they think that that's cool, and so they want that. So if that's you, realize you want to clarify whether your quartz is man-made or not, if that's something that's important to you. Some people are like, hey, I just want red quartz. I want it to look awesome. It's going in my game room, and make it red. And it's like, okay, man-made stuff for you. Now, for quartz, it also typically can be made in higher or lesser demand, like it can flex to meet the demand. For granite, once those slabs of granite that are cut from that quarry are gone, they're gone, and there's no matching them. For quartz, you're gonna have a lot more consistency because a lot of it is man-made, so it's going to look the same for infinity. So that's another thing to keep in mind. Now, the last piece that I promised you we'd talk about here is marble. You don't see as much marble countertops or things going in these days because marble, although it is beautiful and it's a really nice stone and it just looks just so beautiful, and it really is like just a really nice precious stone, marble has a lot of drawbacks. For one, a lot of fabricators, and the fabricator is the guy who actually does the cutting of the stone countertops, a lot of fabricators do not like to work with marble. Some even refuse these days to work with marble unless they're getting a way higher rate, because marble does tend to chip and it does tend to crack. So what you'll see is when they start cutting for their lines, if they hit a weak spot in the marble, it could chip, and if the chip is too big and they can't fill it and make it invisible, then they've got to start over with that piece. So that's a big risk to the fabricator. And with these hardier materials, a lot of the cutting tools that they're using, they're not made to cut marble, and they're not as sharp as they need to be to cut marble. So it's more of a risk to them, so they just won't do it. So realize that you will run into that if you choose marble. You will run into resistance from your countertop fabricator. That is what it is. You just need to know, and you need to be prepared for it. Now, if you're thinking about doing marble, you also need to be aware that marble picks up stains even from just letting water sit on it. So you need to seal marble. You need to seal it, like with the heaviest duty. But you should actually hire a marble sealing company to do that, not marble sealing, right? Just to be clear, not marble ceilings. Although you can do that if you want. But you really should hire somebody who specializes in just sealing natural stone to make sure that it's totally, all the pores are filled, it's totally coated and protected, and there's nothing that's gonna get down in it and stain it and ruin it, because marble also tends to be as expensive as the most expensive granite or quartz. Marble is not a cheap option. It is beautiful, it is very natural, it's very classic looking. So if that's the look that you're going for, I would love to see you do that in your home. But there are the drawbacks of the chipping, fabricators not loving to work with it. You can still find them, but they're just not as plentiful as they used to be, especially Greek guys. Greek guys love working with marble. But, and then, you know, you obviously have the stain issue, which you can prevent if you're proactive about it. You just have to know that you got to do it. So now you know. Now, if you are designing either a custom home or a custom kitchen or a room addition where, you know, you're doing a whole home renovation or something like that, I would love for Home Love Construction to design that for you. Whether you're in our service area or not, we do virtual designs, and our design is informed by the general contractor side, the interior design side, and the architectural side. We actually have all three of those spheres covered. So we sit in a little dot in the middle where we're not just having an architect and an interior designer making something that's gonna be crazy and impossible to build. We also don't have a general contractor just making something that's gonna be super easy to build, but looks like crap and is terribly designed and isn't gonna actually work. We actually have a balance of all three of those different spheres, the high aesthetics, the layout and design, and then also the buildability. So if you're interested in that, you can go to homelove.construction/design, and we can get started on designing your home right now, like today. So thank you for watching. I do appreciate your attention. If you got value out of this vid, please hit the subscribe button below, as it does help me out a lot. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.